realize that I was doing the same thing when I was in college and I was in that identity shifting season. I went through a bad breakup. I had been with this person for a long time, thought that it was going to lead to marriage. And I just didn't realize, I was 21 years old, that I had attached a lot of my identity and a lot of my faith to this person. And when that relationship ended, I was questioning who I was and what I believed. And rather than planting my feet on the solid rock of Christ, I said, well, you know, why don't I do me? Why don't I do what makes me happy? Why don't I kind of forego the painful healing and try to numb myself and distract myself with the things that feel good? And I had plenty of people in my life telling me that that was the right thing to do. And I'm not blaming them, but you will never run out of the people who will tell you just to do what makes you happy. And so that included all the things that a lot of my friends have been doing for 3.5 years: drinking, going out, unhealthy relationships. During all of that time, because I wanted so bad to feel worthy and wanted and enough, I also developed an eating disorder where I either wasn't eating, or if I did eat, it was a binging and purging type scenario. I attached the weight to my my level of attractiveness to guys, which is where I got a lot of my value. And I was meeting some of these people by going out and drinking. So it was all a vicious cycle that I told myself at the time that I was going to get out of it. I was in my last semester of college. As soon as I graduated, I'm not stuck in this. I'm not a slave to sin. I knew all the Christian terminology. This is just fine. It's just a season of my life. I am proving, I thought to myself, that I'm enough, that I don't need a guy. I don't need God. I don't need religion. I don't need parameters, that I am enough for myself. And I'm doing what makes me happy and telling myself that I'm perfect the way I am, when I just didn't have the insight at the time to realize that what I was doing was proving not that I loved myself, but actually a lot of self-hatred and a lot of insecurity. And it took, so I did that for about 8 or 9 months of my life. And by the grace of God, I just thank God that it wasn't longer than that. I graduated